A very good morning to all of you, to all the students, professionals who are there to attend today's day 2 webinar, second day webinar on IoT, Internet of Things. So on behalf of Ardent, myself, Indronil Desarkar, I am the director of Ardent, HR director. So I am opening today's session, and today we have kept IoT as IoT is one of the trending technologies and one of the technologies which is going to dominate in the coming days. IoT has become very important in current scenario because in coming days, the world is said to be completely IoT oriented. We'll be having smart cities, smart office, home automation, and all the electronic gadgets around us will be IoT oriented. IoT also promotes efficient utilization of resources. It minimizes human efforts in many life aspects. It reduces the cost of production and maximizes the returns. It makes analytics decision faster and more accurate. It products and provides a very better client experience. It guarantees high quality data and secure processing. So there are multiple benefits of IoT, and the entire world is investing huge amounts in IoT, and IoT will be required in all the industries, and they are recruiting many candidates who have knowledge on IoT. So a demand has already been created, and in the coming days, this demand will gradually go up for IoT professionals. So it is very important for the engineering students, diploma students who are pursuing their degrees to have an idea of what is IoT, what are its implementation, and what are the requirements in the industry. So start knowing, gathering knowledge on IoT. This will obviously help you in the current days to face the challenges which has been created by COVID-19. The slowdown challenges which has been created can only be challenged by knowledge. So start developing your knowledge as per the requirements of the industry. Match your skills as per the requirements of the industry. So this is the main way, or one of the only way by which you can face the challenges which has been created by COVID-19. So if you learn, if you upgrade, if you upskill, then there is nothing to worry. All of you will be able to find your place in the industry. So with this, I am opening today's session. We have a very experienced resource person with us today, Mr. Shovik Sharkar. We is a person having more than 10 plus years experience, and he has worked on multiple IoT projects. So he is the person who will be presenting you today's session, and I request all of you to subscribe to our channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such programs, more updates on current technologies, and keep you updated. So kindly at the end of the session, subscribe to our channel, and we will be sharing the feedback forms with you at the end of the session. Kindly submit the feedback form and the reviews, which are very important to get your e-certificates. You will be getting the e-certificate after the 5-day program is over. After these 5 days of webinar, we will be starting issuing the certificates. So I request Mr. Shouvik Sarkar to start the session.
Thank you, sir.
Shouvik,
Very good
kindly
morning to
start
all.
the session.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to all. So let's start this session that's on IoT, Internet of Things. We already learned basic things that what is IoT. Respected sir, or discuss regarding a few basics about IoT. The thing is that IoT, Internet of Things. So if you consider this current scenario, Internet of Things is a most important part of our life. If we consider next generation technologies like smart cities, it's totally based on IoT. And there's a concept that's a smart e-vehicles and automatic buses. All are based on IoT. That's only one technology that can able to change future of our society. So the thing is that IoT is one of the very important technology that became more popular by day. Right now, it's popular, but it's gradually overtake all the technology that became one of the technology, and it's adopted by all the fields of engineer, all the engineers and all the departments, and each and every field. The thing is IoT. If we consider the current scenario, it's a lockdown situation. Here, IoT can solve number of things. We know that using IoT is able to monitor patients. It's possible, and different countries actually use this IoT technology to monitor patients from maintaining distance. That's possible via IoT. We can able to transfer materials proper time, manage way via IoT. So the thing is that IoT is everywhere, from daily use, daily commercial transport purpose to a patient monitoring purpose. Everywhere is IoT. So what actually the IoT? So if we say that that's a IoT means Internet of Things. Obviously, it's an Internet of Things. So what things? Things is a device. The device can be controlled via internet, right? So, and the thing is that the device must be connected with internet. So what's actually a definition of IoT? So we may consider that idea of physical objects communicating and interacting with each other online. It may be considered as a IoT. Idea of physical object. The meaning of that, any physical object, if it's able to communicate with the internet, we may consider it as a IoT, Internet of Things. So the Internet of Things. So at present, if I consider what's the example of IoT-based device? May I use any one IoT-based device? Yeah, it may be possible. Nowadays, at least we may consider that few of the people already use an IoT-based device. So like one of the common example of IoT-based device, it may be considered as a smart watch. Most of the smartwatches, not all the smartwatches, most of the smartwatches direct get the information from human and send it to the cloud, right? So that may be considered as the IoT-based thing. So smartwatch, one very common example, and we obviously know most of you already have this device. So the thing is that if a device able to communicate with the internet, the thing is that if a device is able to communicate with the internet, then it's considered as a Internet of Things. But the thing is that till now, what we know, what are the devices that communicate with internet? It may be a computer, it may be a mobile phone, it may be a traditional laptops, tablets, and all. But the thing is that if we consider IoT, that device is not limited to that. Means it extends the internet connectivity beyond the traditional devices like desktop and laptops, computers, and all. It may be any device that we use in daily life. I provide you some example that's a IoT-based device that you can spend the things. So daily life uses any device may be considered as an IoT-based device, right? And maybe predict that within a decade, it may be a person maybe carrying 5 or 6 IoT device with him or her, right? So that's the concept of IoT. Means any device that able to communicate with internet, it may be considered as an IoT. These things like it may be a wristwatch, it may be a spectacle, it may be a spoon, it may be anything. It's able to communicate with the internet, we may consider it as an IoT-based device. So if we consider the typical IoT structure in this typical IoT architecture, there's lots of things are there. Some of the things, obviously, one of the biggest part is that internet. So without internet, we can't able to implement a IoT based things. So internet is a mandatory part of a IoT based things. So if we consider internet, rather obvious is an important part which connect all the devices what we want to communicate, right? So here, it's all the devices. This IoT devices may be a AC machine that we already know that smart AC machine already available in the market. Smart washing machine is there. Smart light is there. So everything is a part of the IoT based systems, right? Not only that, limited to this AC daily home appliances are not limited to that. There's a lots of industrial process utility networks also we will consider as a part of the IoT system, right? So, the thing, the name of the IoT, Internet of Things, who actually invent technology? No, not a single person invent this technology. Obviously, someone coined this name, Internet of Things. The person name is that Kevin Ardent, who actually provide the name that's Internet of Things. But the thing is that IoT not a single technology. It's not invented by any single person. It's a improvement of lots of technology and combination of lots of technology. Gradually, it's populate and it became as a IoT. Right. So IoT is a combination of lots of technology, lots of things, and obviously, Kevin Ardent, who is the owner of the Auto ID company, he provides or coined the name as IoT, Internet of Things. Actually, the thing is that he's the owner of the Auto ID company and he wants to track his vehicles. So to track his vehicles, he needs to go with some technology which can help him to identify his cars. So he designed a technology he coined the name IoT. But the thing is that at that moment, he used the technology that's not a depends on present IoT concept. It's a little bit different IoT concept. Concept is that based on totally RFID. RFID is a radio frequency identification and detection. RFID is radio frequency identification and detection. That's actually a very small chip. It's a look like a grain-like chip is there. So within that, we can hold the information and we can able to face the information. So that's actually RFID was considered the first. We may consider the first. Obviously, there are lots of things are there. Lots of approaches are there relevant to IoT, but one of the best approach taken by Kevin Ardent to implement the IoT-based things using RFID. Right. So if we go to history, lots of happenings are there, lots of things are there, depending upon which it became so popular IoT. So if we consider, I already informed you that the IoT is not a single technology. Right. So IoT is not a single technology. It's a combination of the lots of technology, right? If we consider the first step towards IoT, we may consider the invention of telephony in 1800th century. After that, it's a one by one. It's a gradually improve that technology. Then obviously we consider that the next biggest step towards IoT is the invention of internet, World Wide Web. 1989, first is launch of World Wide Web. And the thing is that in the year of 1990s, first approach taken towards the IoT, that some researchers of the MIT lab, actually they're working with their projects and they're facing some issues, their daily tasks. The thing is that they are actually very busy persons when they're working with their research lab and they need a coffee every 1 or 2 hours. So they design a technology, design a system to track canteen coffee machine that there is availability of coffee or not. So they actually use this coffee tracking machine and they take a snap of a coffee machine and send to each researcher's computer. So that's actually considered the first steps towards IoT, or it may be considered the first steps towards webcam-based technology. So that's in 1993, first approach towards the IoT. There is another approach in the year of 1990s. That's actually a coffee machine and toaster machine. Means we know that IoT means two devices communicating with each other. So here in this case, two devices like one coffee machine and a toaster machine. If someone actually try to toast one piece of bread, it's automatically provide him or her a cup of coffee. That's a clear thing, right? This is a concept of first step towards the IoT-based systems. At the same time, there's lots of concepts are there. Sheer market prediction, the IoT-based system is there. So that's all of the basics towards the IoT. But the year of 2000, first commercial IoT device launch, and it's launched by LG. We know that's name, company name, that's LG, one of the very famous company. And they first launched LG, first launched the smart refrigerator, that's an IoT-based system in the year of 2000. If we go to the next, biggest steps towards IoT is that 2012, 2002, a company now invests into that, and we organizations are there. There's a lots of research papers are there. 2005, there's a lots of companies are now investing into that. And 2011, one of the biggest things towards IoT is that in the year of 2011, IPv6 invention. Actually, we still in a hybrid mode. We are using IPv4 or IPv6. The thing is that if we go to IPv6, we don't IPv4, we don't have enough number of IP addresses to provide all the devices some IP address. It's not possible. But the thing is that invention of IPv only make it possible or make it feasible to provide all the devices IP addresses. So IPv6 invention is the biggest step towards the IoT. And then one by one, different companies like a giant, like a Intel also invest in the same field. So the thing is that this technology is not an old word, it's a newest technology, which has last, it's an age not more than 10 to 15 years. This technology is still in research area. Number of people, number of organizations, number of companies, number of institutes are now still in researching on the technology. There's a lots of things are there, lots of drawbacks are there, lots of good things are there, everything with this IoT technology, right? So the thing is the particular market scenario. If we go with the things like Internet of Things, it will be generate the huge market is there. So there will be 40 times. It's a but actually today it is it's a maybe a 40 times is within a few years, right? With 40 times devices it may be used, right? So and the thing is that it's a huge market is there. All the companies like TCS, TTS, and all the companies now invest. Infosys all are investing into this space. They also have a branch of Internet of Things, IoT branch is there, right? So the thing is that now I provide you some example of IoT-based things. So that's actually very basic what we discussed till now. So now I provide you some lots of examples that how actually what are the devices, why it's work, why we use this IoT, and how it's help us to improve human life. So very first example, that is a happy fork. So that's a happy fork is there. So the device is a very simple. This happy fork is a device that's a very simple one. So this that's actually a very simple spoon, very simple fork. And the fork is a little bit different than traditional fork. Have a number of sensors, number of communicating device like a Wi-Fi module is there. So what happens that when person when take his daily food using this fork, it take a person's up and down movement of this fork. I can measure the person's eating habit. Is he eating fast, slow, or it's a medium? It's maybe tracked by this fork up and down movement. So the thing is that it's a very important for patient monitoring for patient who feed their food by himself. If he faces some trouble, it automatically sends the information to nearest hospital or monitoring persons, and they can able to alarm that we need to take a necessary action for him or her. So this is very, very common. So the thing is that it's maybe possible. One fork may be IoT based. Right? The thing is that everything, it's any device, it can able to communicate with internet and may be considered as an IoT. So the thing is that fork also be possible. Right? That's a clear thing. So other thing is that my vessels cup. So the thing is that that's already available in the market, and Nescafe already launched this kind of vessels cup, right? So the thing is that this vessels cup, how it works, it's a work this way. The thing is that whenever you're outside of your home, just press a mobile phone button, and it's automatically start. It automatically start making a hot coffee. So whenever you reach into your home, you get a automatically hot coffee. So the thing is that it's a from remote location, you can able to control the device. That is the concept of IoT. Means generally what we do with a coffee machine, we need to present in front of it We just put a switch and it starts making a coffee. But the thing is that if it is a IoT-based coffee machine, then what happens? Whenever you outside of your home, it's maybe that within 5 or 10 minutes you may reach your home. They just click a button into your mobile phone and it starts making this coffee. So it reduces the time, right? The waiting time, right? You just automatically get the exact things that you require, right? So the thing is that coffee machine is already available in the market. So lots of companies are there. Nescafe, one of the very famous company who already launched this coffee machine. Right? Next, yes, that's also possible. So any daily life uses things. Yes, that's also possible. This is a toothbrush, and so the company already launched this kind of toothbrush. That toothbrush have a number of sensors, and it can able to predict the person's brushing habit. Brushing habit also is very important. So the thing is that it just take the information from this toothbrush, and what to send the information to the cloud, and from the cloud it send the information to the monitoring person. It may be a dental surgeon or dental personnel are there. You can observe the things that's what's the brushing rate is there, or it may be some machine learning algorithms are there who actually predict the things that person's brushing habit is okay or not. If brushing habit is not okay, then it may be trigger an alarm and tell him or her that your brushing habit is not a proper, right? So the thing is that that's actually a Internet of Things approach. So anything. So if I consider a technology that actually changes the daily lifestyle, right, and it improves the lifestyle. So it's a very simple thing. It's a brushing habit. It also may be able to improve. And this technology may be embedded with this first task, what we do after getting up from bed, right? And then the next thing is that what we do next, we take a coffee. That also is possible an IoT device. Then again, what the thing is that we take some food. That also everything may be possible IoT zero. Everything is IoT based. It's possible. Right? So another thing is the smart egg tray. I think that looks like a very simple product, a very simple IoT device, but it's actually hold the biggest concept towards the future. The thing is that in this case, what happened? This egg tray in our refrigerator, there's a lot of sensors are there. These sensors are actually getting the information about availability of components or availability of eggs, and it displays the information into mobile phones. Right? It displays the information regarding what availability of our eggs in our refrigerator. It's been displayed into our mobile phones. The thing is that whenever our egg is almost consumed, it happens automatically order for eggs. That's possible by IoT only, right? So we don't need to think about the availability of foods or groceries and all the things, right? So what happened that at present there, if you back up 5 or 10 years, we need to purchase everything by visiting nearest shop. Next, what happened now, we don't need to visit shop, we just need to order from our mobile phone. And we need to search the things, the components, what we have in our storage or what it's not with our storage. But the thing is that in future, it is possible, we don't need to order anything. It's automatically ordered and delivered to you. You don't need to waste time for searching materials, what with you or with not you, right? Okay, so the thing is that so this kind of this এই ধরনের জিনিসগুলো যেটা হয় এটা হচ্ছে যে IoT based things এটা খুব simple. It's actually here we discuss a very simple one concept. এখানে আমরা একটা খুব সুন্দর একটা example দিয়েছি যেটা হচ্ছে egg tray. In this egg tray, what happened? We have আমাদের কিছু sensor আছে. Sensor কি? What is the sensor? Sensor actually a device that can able to sense information. What's actually a sensor? Sensor is a thing. Sensor হচ্ছে এমন একটা জিনিস যেটা হচ্ছে information collect from environment and it convert into required signal. So there's a lot of sensors are possible. এখানে কিছু রকম সেন্সর হতে পারে, কিছু ডিজিটাল সেন্সর আছে, কিছু অ্যানালগ সেন্সর আছে, বিভিন্ন রকম সেন্সর হতে পারে। সেন্সরগুলোর মধ্যে যেগুলো বলতে পারি যে সেন্সর অ্যানালগ ডিজিটাল সেন্সর, যে সেন্সরগুলোর মধ্যে যেটা হতে পারে যে কিছু সেন্সর মানে অবজেক্ট ডিটেকশন সেন্সর, মানে আমার ট্রেতে কি কি রয়েছে না রয়েছে সেটা ডিটেক্ট করতে পারবে, এবং ডিটেক্ট করে এটা বলতে পারে যে এইখানে আমার আজকে এজ সংখ্যা কম আছে বা বেশি আছে, বা ইটস নট লিমিটেড টু এজ। এটা যে শুধু আমরা এজের কথা বলছি তাই নয়, এখানে যে কোনো ডেইলি গ্রসারি আইটেম হতে পারে, যে সেটা কতটা পরিমাণ আছে বা নেই সেটা আমরা একটা সেন্সারের মাধ্যমে দেখে সেটা আমরা অটোমেটিক্যালি, যদি সেটা কম থাকে তো সেটা অটোমেটিক্যালি অর্ডার করে দিলাম, অনলাইনে বুক করে দিলাম, তো সেটা শেষ হওয়ার আমাদের কাছে চলে আসলো। তো সেটা হচ্ছে সবথেকে বেসিক ব্যাপার, সবথেকে সুবিধাজনক ব্যাপার, যে আমাদের সেটা তার পেছনে কোনো টাইম ওয়েস্ট করতে হবে না। রাইট? তো এটা হচ্ছে আইওটি বেস সিস্টেম। মানে আজকে আমরা যদি দেখি, আজ থেকে 10 বছর 5 বছর আগে আমরা কোনো একটা জিনিস কেনার জন্য আমাদের যেতে হতো দোকানে। তো আজকে আমরা দোকানে যাচ্ছি না, আমরা কি করছি, মোবাইল থেকে অর্ডার করছি, আমাদের কাছে চলে আসছে। তো আমরা একটু ইজি করে ফেললাম, আমাদের খাটনিটা একটু কম, আমাদের টাইমটা একটু বেঁচে গেল। তো এরপরে যেটা হতে পারে সেটা হচ্ছে যে আমরা অর্ডারও করতে হবে না, এটা অটোমেটিক্যালি আমাদের কাছে চলে আসলো। রাইট? এটা অটোমেটিক আমাদের কাছে চলে আসলো। তাতে কি হবে, তাতে লাভ এটা হবে যে আমরা আমাদের টাইমটা আরো বেঁচে যাবে। রাইট? অবশ্যই তার ড্রব্যাক সাইডও আছে, এটা অলসো হ্যাভ সাম ড্রব্যাক সাইড। But the thing is that still it's a very it's a upcoming and innovative approach. তো আমরা যদি দেখি এখন বিভিন্ন শপিং কার্টে, অ্যামাজন বা ফ্লিপকার্ট, এরা কিন্তু একটা জিনিস এখন অপশন দেয়, ইয়ার মান্থলি সাবস্ক্রিপশন। অ্যাকচুয়ালি তারা অ্যাপ্রোচ করছে এই দিকেই, তারা অ্যাকচুয়ালি এই মান্থলি সাবস্ক্রিপশনের মাধ্যমে অটোমেটিক পারচেজ অপশনটাকে এনাবেল করতে চাইছে। তো সেন্সিটিভ হিয়ার। তো নেক্সট ইজ দ্যাট স্মার্ট প্রোপেন ট্যাঙ্ক। তো স্মার্ট প্রোপেন ট্যাঙ্ক, তো আমরা বাড়িতে প্রত্যেকেই রান্নার গ্যাস ইউজ করি, রান্নার জন্য কুকিং গ্যাস ইউজ করি। তো এই গ্যাস whenever it's almost consumed, then we can only book for the next one. So we need to wait for that, we need to think about that, the whenever it's complete we again need to book a second one. তো আমাদের যে বাড়িতে যে গ্যাস বুক করি সেটা কি হয়, যখন পুরোপুরি কনজিউম হয়ে যায় তখনই আমরা নেক্সট গ্যাসের সিলিন্ডার বুক করি। তো সেটা যাতে না হয়, যাতে যদি সেটা অলমোস্ট ধরো আমাদের গ্যাসটা, ধরুন আমাদের গ্যাসটা 20% 80% কনজিউম হয়ে গেছে এবং তারপরে আমরা নেক্সট গ্যাস বুক করতে চাইছি, তো সেটা অটোমেটিক্যালি যাতে বুক হয়ে যায় সেটাও করতে পারি আমরা আইওটির মাধ্যমে, অটোমেটিক। তো আমাদের যে সমস্ত প্রবলেম গুলো আছে সেগুলো ইজি করে দিচ্ছে, সলভ করে দিচ্ছে। মানে so so why we actually prefer to go with the IoT based things, right? Next, glucose monitoring system. So the thing is that this এই ধরনের mobile devices already available in the market. Obviously, Samsung and other mobile companies already provide these options. And the thing is that this mobile phones actually have a sensors with which we can able to get the information. We get the information about human glucose level, and it can predict that how glucose levels is okay for or not. If it's not okay, it's send the information and trigger the information that is not okay. You need to monitor, you need to check the things, right? So this all are the example of a IoT based system. Obviously, somewhere these all systems are remotely controlled, and we can able to go with the things like how we can fuse the data from different sensors, right? তো আমরা এই যে কোনো জিনিসই যে দেখছি, আমরা গ্লুকোজ মনিটরিং সিস্টেম হোক বা কফি মেশিন হোক বা স্পুন হোক, যাই দেখছি সবই কিন্তু অ্যাকচুয়ালি সেন্সরের সাথে কানেক্টেড এবং ইন্টারনেটের সাথে কানেক্টেড। তো দিস অল আর দ্য ইন্টিগ্রেটেড পার্ট অফ আ আইওটি সিস্টেম। মিনস এই সেন্সর বা আমরা যদি দেখি যে ওয়াইফাই ইন্টারনেট কানেকশন, এটা কিন্তু ইন্টিগ্রেট পার্ট অফ একটা আইওটি সিস্টেমের একটা অবিচ্ছিন্ন অংশ, রাইট? তো নেক্সট, স্মার্ট ওয়াশিং মেশিন। ইয়েস, তো দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট এখন আমরা যে সমস্ত ওয়াশিং মেশিন দেখেছি সেইগুলো আমরা তাদের সামনে গিয়ে সুইচ প্রেস করি এবং তার ফলে আমরা কাজ করতে পারি। বাট দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট if you make it IoT based, means whenever you are in office, you can able to control your home washing machine from remote location, right? And from your mobile phone, you can able to control your washing. That's also available in the market. মানে আমরা যদি দেখি আজকের দিনে আমরা ওয়াশিং মেশিন বা এসি মেশিন, যে সমস্ত হোম অ্যাপ্লায়েন্সেস, এগুলো আমরা কিন্তু সামনে থেকেই অন বা অফ করি। বাট এটা যদি পসিবল হতো, যখন আমরা অফিসে রয়েছি সেখান থেকে আমরা বাড়ির কোনো জিনিসকে কন্ট্রোল করতে পারতাম, এটা অনেক হেল্পফুল হতো। তো এখন একটা কনসেপ্ট আছে ওয়ার্ক ফ্রম হোম, যেটা এখন চলছে। বাট এটা হতে পারে ইন ফিউচার এই আইওটি টেকনোলজির জন্য এটাও হতে পারে হোমওয়ার্ক ফ্রম অফিস মিনস বাড়ির কাজ অফিস থেকে বসে বসে করে ফেলা যাচ্ছে। সো যেটাই হচ্ছে আইওটি বেস টেকনোলজির একটা বড় দিক। তো মানে if I want to clean up clothes, it may be possible. I just press a switch from my office mobile phone and it automatically start process in our home. অফিস থেকে বসেই বাড়িতে কোনো একটা কাজ করে ফেলতে পারছি। এটাই হচ্ছে আইওটি সিস্টেমের সবচেয়ে বড় পজিটিভ দিক। সো টেকনোলজি will ease our life, and biggest example is that it's whenever it's added with a IoT based technology. স্মার্ট ব্যাংক মানে আমরা অনেকেই টাকা পয়সা রাখি একটা বাক্সের মধ্যে এবং বক্সের মধ্যে, whenever আমরা বুঝতেও পারি না যেটা কখন কতটা ভরে গেছে। তো সেটা বোঝার জন্য আমরা যদি একটা সেন্সার রাখি এবং সেই ইনফরমেশনটা আমাদের মোবাইলে পাই, তাহলে আমরা বুঝতে পারবো ওটা ভরে গেছে, আমরা সেটাকে ক্লিন করবো এবং নতুন করে আমরা আমরা কিন্তু তাহলে সেটাকে আমরা নতুন করে খালি করে আমরা ধরতে পারবো। তো সেই জন্য IoT based these things are very good. So it may be possible IoT based, right? So next is that hydroponic system. So আমরা এখন অবধি till now whatever we learn, the thing is that till now whatever we learn, that most of the things are actually to ease human life. But the thing is that IoT is not for only human life ease purpose. It's a ease everything. So it's also used for plant control purpose or plant monitoring purpose also. So plant monitoring purpose, we also use this IoT-based systems, right? So if we go with this IoT-based systems, so how it be controlled? If we consider the plant, we need to monitor its minerals levels or water levels, soil quality, number of things we need to measure. And if I add a number of sensors with that and it measure, it can, if it's able to measure the things, if it's measure the things and provide the information that the plant requires the things that, and if we get the information via mobile phone, then we can able to arrange as per requirement of the plants. Actually it's also helpful to plant a plant that's in different altitude or different areas, right? So this way, if the IoT-based systems help us to improve not only human lifestyle, it's also plant and everything, right? So smart sprinkler machines are there. So another thing is that smart sprinkler machines are also there. So if you go to smart sprinkler machine, so the smart sprinkler machine is the things whenever you outside of your home, you just go with the things. You just go with the things like just whenever you outside of your home, just press a mobile phone button and click on that. It's automatically sprinkle water at your home. Means if you are at some tourist spot like outside Bengal or others, and you want to provide a water your plant that's actually in Kolkata or in Bengal, then what happens? This system helps you to do the things, right? Right. So that's a clear thing. So this way we go with that, right? So the thing is that next is that friction arcade machine. That's actually a combination of this friction arcade machine actually a combination of machine learning and IoT based things. So whatever you tell in front of it is make it gist and print the gist into via printer, right? So that's also considered IoT based systems. So lots of things are there. So IoT based systems are there. Smart home security system. So এখানে স্মার্ট হোম সিকিউরিটি সিস্টেম আমরা দেখেছি যে প্রচুর হোম সিকিউরিটি সিস্টেমস আছে যেগুলো আমাদের এই মুহূর্তে আমরা জানি যেগুলো হচ্ছে ইউজ করি আমরা। তো সেটা আইওটি বেস প্রচুর জায়গায় ইনস্টল করা হয়ে গেছে এবং আমরা চাইলে আমরা নিজেরাও তৈরি করতে পারি এরকম আইওটি বেস সিকিউরিটি সিস্টেম। সো উই রিকোয়ার্ড আ ওয়েবক্যাম and other things, right? We require a webcam and some Wi-Fi module and things. We can able to design the things, right? This way, right? So that's a IoT based system. So next is that if I go with the things like smart paid games. So it's also possible. It's obviously it's possible to play a game, make a game for a pet whenever you're outside of your home. You can entertain your pets to go with that, right? So smart lighting systems are also available in the market. Smart lighting system also available in the market. The thing is that number of companies already provide this. Amazon already launched this device, smart lighting system device there. So using that, they can able to control the home lighting system as per surroundings conditions, right? Smart node analyzer. There are lots of IoT things are there. Using that, we can easily able to control the ease human life using that, right? So নোড অ্যানালাইজার ইজ এ ডিভাইস। এটা হচ্ছে এমন একটা ডিভাইস যেটা যদি আমরা আমাদের সাথে থাকে, তো আমরা ইজিলি দেখতে পারি যে আমাদের আশেপাশে কি পরিস্থিতি, মানে আমরা বলতে পারি যে স্পিড, আমরা কি স্পিডে যাচ্ছি, আমাদের অ্যাক্সিলারেশন, আমাদের মুভমেন্ট, আমাদের ডাইরেকশন, কোনো ম্যাগনেটিক ফিল্ড আছে কিনা বা কোনো রকম সেরকম কোনো টিল্ট আছে কিনা, এগুলো আমরা বুঝতে পারি। তো দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট আমরা যদি কোনো সেরকম প্রবলেমেটিক জায়গার মধ্যে দিয়ে যাই বা কোনো ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল প্রসেস, ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল এরিয়া যেখানে আমাদের এই সমস্ত জিনিসগুলো কন্ট্রোল করা দরকার, সেখানে যদি আমরা এই জিনিসটা নিয়ে যাই তাহলে আমরা অনেক সেফ থাকবো। তো এই সমস্ত বিভিন্ন কারণে আমরা এই ডিভাইসটাকে ইউজ করি। স্মার্ট এসি মেশিন অলরেডি আমরা বলেছি যে এলজি অলরেডি লঞ্চ করেছে যে এসি মেশিন। তো স্মার্ট এসি মেশিন অবভিয়াসলি আ পার্ট অফ আ সিস্টেম, রাইট? সো স্মার্ট এসি মেশিন অবশ্যই একটা খুব বড় জিনিস। if we go with the smart AC machine, that's actually controlled via mobile phone. So we know that nowadays the number of mobile phone companies also already they provided like a MI already provide this smart AC machine link, smart mobile based control AC machine, but that's not actually a IoT based things. As I say, they use a different technology, but the thing is that if we go with the IoT base, then what you need to do, মানে কি করা উচিত যে আমরা মোবাইলের সাথে আমরা ইন্টারনেটের কানেকশন তো অবশ্যই আজকালকার দিনে আমরা ম্যাক্সিমামই স্মার্টফোন ইউজ করছি, এবং স্মার্টফোন ইউজ করার ফলে সেটা অবশ্যই ইন্টারনেটের সাথে ডাইরেক্টলি কানেকশন রয়েছে। এবং আমরা আমাদের বাড়িতে যদি স্মার্ট এসি রাখি তো কি হয়, সেটাও ইন্টারনেটের সাথে কানেক্টেড রয়েছে। তো আমরা বাড়ির যে এসি মেশিনটাকে সেটাকে আমরা কন্ট্রোল করতে চাইছি হয়তো আমাদের মোবাইল ফোন থেকে। তো সেটা কি করতে হবে? সো ইফ আই ওয়ান্ট টু কন্ট্রোল home environment from our office, then what we need to do, we can able to get the information regarding the home environment via this mobile phone, right? And if we require some necessary actions, like now is the room temperature of our home is that like a 30 degree, near about 28 degrees, so we need to cool it. So from our office, using that mobile phone one switch, we can easily control that mobile home environment by clicking a switch, right? It's possible. তো আমরা অফিস থেকে আমাদের বাড়ির এসি মেশিনটা অন করতে পারি। তো যখন আমরা বাইরে আছি, আমরা বাড়িতে আসছি, তখন গিয়ে নিয়ে এসি মেশিন অন করা। when we reach in home, we don't need to get start the AC machine. Whenever we're outside, we automatically start the AC machine. When we reach the home, we get automatically a good temperature control room, right? So this way we actually improve our lifestyle, right? So next is that the thing is that Bluetooth enabled soul. So that's actually another thing. That's actually a very interesting thing. Like IoT is only IoT is possible. So we have a navigator inbuilt connected with our soul. Means আমাদের জুতোতেও navigator কিছু লাগানো আছে, কিছু সেন্সর্স লাগানো আছে, যেটা অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমাদেরকে পার্টিকুলার ডাইরেকশনে যেতে সাহায্য করবে, right? So we can move a particular direction by foot's navigator, right? So that's a very innovative one and very latest approach and latest technology we use here. That's only possible via IoT. And the thing is that এখানে আমরা সমস্ত টেকনোলজির কথাই বলছি, সমস্ত ফিল্ডে আমরা দেখেছি পেশেন্ট মনিটরিং পারপাস, we already observe the human lifestyle improvement purpose, IoT based gadgets, and we already observe the things like a plant monitoring purpose. We also have some gadgets, and the thing is that here we may design a gadget that's for sports persons, sports ability improvement purpose. মানে আমরা খেলোয়াড়দের প্লেয়ারদের তাদের যে প্লেইং স্টাইল সেটা ইমপ্রুভমেন্ট পারপাসও আমরা IoT ইউজ করতে পারি। তো নাম্বার অফ সেন্সার্স আমরা অ্যাড করতে পারি তাদের ব্যাটের সাথে, তাদের ডিভাইসের সাথে, তাদের কম্পোনেন্টের সাথে, এবং তার সাথে সাথে আমরা তাদের যে হ্যাবিট অফ প্লেইং সেটা যে কতটা মানে ঠিক বা ভুল সেটা আমরা করতে পারি সেই সেন্সর ইনফরমেশন দিয়ে, এবং তাতে ফিউচারে কি করে ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারে সেটা আমরা প্রেডিক্ট করতে পারি এই ব্যাট বা বলের থ্রো দিয়ে, রাইট? So that's a clear thing. Like this way we actually go with that, right? So IoT-based system is possible. A number of IoT-based system is possible, right? So sleep monitoring system, obviously, a smartwatch already have this facility. Sleep monitoring system also be possible, right? So next is the smart plane is there. Smart plane এখনকার দিনে আমরা যে সমস্ত ড্রোন বা ডিভাইস আমরা ইউজ করি সেগুলো আমরা বিভিন্ন ওয়েতে কন্ট্রোল করি। এটা মেবি ব্লুটুথ মডিউল দিয়ে, using Bluetooth module or using a different device, we able to control this plane or other things, or RFID module. Using that, we can control these planes. But the thing is that now we can able to control it via IoT-based system. So আমরা এটাকে IoT-based system দিয়েও একটা প্লেনকে বা ড্রোনকে আমরা কন্ট্রোল করতে পারি, কোয়াডকপ্টারকে আমরা কন্ট্রোল করতে পারি। তো এর সব থেকে ভালো এক্সাম্পল হচ্ছে আমরা যদি একটু খোঁজ নিই আমরা জানতে পারবো যে অ্যামাজন ইউএসএ তে তাদের যে তারা যে প্রোডাক্ট ডেলিভারি সিস্টেম সেটাকে টোটালি চেঞ্জ করে ফেলেছে। তারা কি করছে, তারা যেটা করছে তারা হচ্ছে তারা ড্রোনের মাধ্যমে কয়েকটা ইউএস এর কয়েকটা লোকেশনে ইটস টোটালি ড্রোনের মাধ্যমে তাদের ডেলিভারি, মানে হোয়াট এভার দে অ্যাকচুয়ালি অর্ডার দ্যাটস ডেলিভার টোটালি ভায়া ড্রোন, রাইট? তো নো হিউম্যান কন্ট্যাক্ট ইজ দেয়ার, রাইট? তো এটা অনলি পসিবল হচ্ছে আইওটি বেস ড্রোনের মাধ্যমে। তো এইভাবে আইওটি বেস সিস্টেম আমাদের প্রত্যেকটা অংশকে ইমপ্রুভ করাচ্ছে, রাইট? So the sense mother, it actually this device is that it's a take the home environment information and it control the home light, home temperature, home oxygen level, and everything is controlled. So sense mother is a very important and very good IoT based device. Blood pressure monitoring system is obviously the very interesting one. So but nowadays most of the device have this most of the companies have this blood pressure monitoring system, IoT based monitoring systems are available, right? So the thing is that what it do, it's a person if it's own this device with him, and when it moves from one location to another location, it can continuously monitor the person's pressure, blood pressure. Means একজন লোক এটা যদি পুরে রাস্তায় বেরোয় বা কোনো এক জায়গা থেকে আরেক জায়গায় যায়, তো এটা অটোমেটিক্যালি মানুষের ব্লাড প্রেশারের লেভেল চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে কিনা এটা মনিটর করতে পারে। তো কোনো পেশেন্টের যদি টেন্ডেন্সি থাকে যে হঠাৎ করে অসুস্থ হয়ে পড়া, হঠাৎ করে ব্লাড প্রেশার বেড়ে যাওয়ার, তাহলে এটা অটোমেটিক্যালি ডিটেক্ট করবে এবং নিয়ারেস্ট যে হসপিটাল আছে সেখানে অ্যালার্ট করবে এবং সেখান থেকে কিছু ফেসিলিটি অ্যারেঞ্জ করার জন্য ইনফরমেশন পাঠাবে। তো that's a very good and very well technology for next generation patient monitoring system purpose, right? So smart weather monitoring system, that's a very common one, and nowadays most of the weather monitoring systems use this technology, and lots of the students project actually going with this same technology, right? Lots of students project actually going with this same technology, means they are actually monitoring the temperature informations and send this information to a cloud from where anyone can access this information, right? So এটা একটা অসাধারণ মানে টেম্পারেচার মানে আমাদের ওয়েদার প্রেডিকশন, ওয়েদার মনিটরিং সবকিছুই পসিবল আইওটি বেস সিস্টেমে। মানে সেখানে আমরা টেম্পারেচার সেন্সর ইউজ করতে পারি, আমরা হিউমিডিটি সেন্সর ইউজ করতে পারি, প্রেশার সেন্সর ইউজ করতে পারি, এবং সেই ইনফরমেশন গুলো আমরা কালেক্ট করে আমরা পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারি সেন্ট্রাল লোকেশনে, যেখান থেকে আমাদের ওয়েদার এক্সপার্টরা সেটা থেকে প্রেডিক্ট করতে পারে কি হতে পারে পরবর্তী 24 ঘন্টায়। তো এটা হচ্ছে খুব ভালো একটা টেকনোলজি। So next is smart slow cooker is also be there. So it's also be possible to cook whenever outside of our home, and whenever reach our home we get a automatically hot and ready food, right? So আমরা বাইরে থেকে একটা সুইচ প্রেস করেও আমরা অটোমেটিক্যালি আমরা কুকারে খাবার তৈরি করতে পারি, এবং এই ধরনের ডিভাইস অলরেডি আমরা দেখেছি আমাদের প্রচুর স্টুডেন্টও এগুলো প্রজেক্ট হিসেবে বানিয়েছে। তো দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট অনেক কোম্পানি অলরেডি আছে যারা এটা নিয়ে কাজ করেছে এবং তাদের ডিভাইস অলরেডি অ্যাভেলেবল মার্কেটে। It's not a very tough thing but a very innovative one, right? So যখনই আমরা এটা একটা মোবাইল ফোন সুইচ অন বা অফের মাধ্যমে একটা বাটন প্রেস করে ইজিলি আমরা রিমোট লোকেশনে কোন একটা ডিভাইসে রান্নাও তৈরি করতে পারি, স্টার্ট করতে পারি। তো ড্যান্সিং স্পাইডার another very famous name, famous robot, যেটাকে আমরা এখন এর মাধ্যমে মানে আইওটির মাধ্যমে কন্ট্রোল করে ফেলতে পারি। নেক্সট ইজ দ্যাট স্মার্ট মিরর। তো আমরা আমাদের দিনের ম্যাক্সিমাম অনেকটা সময় আমরা এই আয়নার মানে মিররের সামনে কাটিয়ে দিই। তো সেখানে যদি আমরা কিছু ইনফরমেশন যেগুলো হেভি টাস্ক ইম্পর্টেন্ট টাস্ক আমরা যদি দেখতে চাই, তাহলে আমরা কি করতে পারি, সেই মিররটাকে আমরা ইউজ করতে পারি এবং সেইখানেই যদি আমরা যদি ইনফরমেশনটাকে শো করতে পারি তাহলে আমাদের অনেকটা সময় বেঁচে যায়। তো সেটাই হচ্ছে স্মার্ট মিরর। ইটস most of the cases it look like a mirror, but whenever it required it convert into a information display device. So next is that a smart tennis racket. That's another example of a sports person's helping device. That actually how a tennis person playing, what are the improvement required, that's predicted by this smart tennis racket, right? তো যখন টেনিস প্লেয়াররা যখন এটা দিয়ে খেলবে তখন তাদের শট, তাদের ফোর্স, এভরিথিং মেজার্ড, রাইট? এই ডিভাইস মেজার করে ভায়া সেন্সার এন্ড এটাকে তারা একটা মোবাইল বা কোথাও একটা পাঠিয়ে দেবে, যেখান থেকে ইজিলি সে মনিটর করতে পারবে তার কি কি ড্রব্যাক কি হচ্ছে, তাকে ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারছি যায়। স্মার্ট বাইক, এটা অবশ্যই আমরা জানি, we know that that's actually a current days we have a Ola that's actually go with the Google Maps. Same thing, it's here we use for a smart bike. So it's automatically give you the option by which path it's better to go and how to avoid the traffic, and we go with that path only. So that's a smart bike is a concept same as a Google Maps concept used by Ola. Smart garbage monitoring system. So that's already implemented by some countries and number of areas actually implement this kind of things. That's a smart garbage monitoring. So we observe that আমরা যখনই দেখি অনেক জায়গাতেই যে কোনো কোনো জায়গায় দেখা যায় যে প্রতিদিন একটা ফিক্স সময়ে গার্বেজ কালেকশনের জন্য মিউনিসিপ্যালিটির গাড়ি আসে, তো কিন্তু কিছু কিছু জায়গায় দেখা যায় সেটা ওভারলোডেড হয়ে যায়। তো তার ফলে কি হয়, সেই জায়গাটা পরিষ্কার থাকে না। তো সেই যদি আমরা যদি ওখানে একটু সেন্সার লাগাই এবং সেই সেন্সারে অ্যালার্ট যদি পাঠিয়ে দিতে পারি যে এটা অলমোস্ট 80% ভরে গেছে, তাহলে তখন অটোমেটিক্যালি গাড়ি এসে সেই জায়গাটাকে ক্লিয়ার করে দিতে পারে। তাহলে আমরা অ্যাভয়েড করতে পারি, মানে পরিবেশ রক্ষা করতে পারি এবং সারাউন্ডিংকে ক্লিন রাখতে পারি। তো দ্যাটস স্মার্ট গার্বেজ ম্যানেজমেন্ট সিস্টেম। যা আমরা কুকিং প্রসেসও আমরা ইন্টারনেটের সাথে কানেক্ট রেখে টোটাল কুকিং প্রসেসও শিখতে পারি। তো nowadays it actually use widely. The thing is that we connect a number of device and it's easily give the instruction how to go with that. Right. POLYTECHNIC is the same. Mirror is there, so we can also able to check the vegetables conditions and what's required to improve, and also predict by that. Right. So this way we go with the next thing. That's obviously a cardiac meter, smart cardiac system is there. It predict the person's cardiac conditions and everything. So lots of things are there. Smart door locks are there. The smart door lock is a very good one. So and a number of countries, number of institute, number of offices use the smart door lock, and students are also design this kind of project. It's a very simple, but the thing is that you must need to have a internet, right? Smart note. So that's actually using that you can able to, if you have this ring, যদি আমাদের কাছে এই রিংটা থাকে, এই রিংয়ের গেস্টারের সাথে সাথে আমরা কোনো ডিভাইসকে মানে কানেক্টেড ডিভাইস অবশ্যই আমরা সেটাকে কন্ট্রোল করতে পারি কিছু প্রোগ্রামিং এর মাধ্যমে। স্মার্ট শক ইজ দেয়ার। স্মার্ট শক, আমরা যদি এই শকটা পড়ি তাহলে কি হবে, আমাদের অনেক ট্রাভেলার্স আছে যারা লং ডিস্টেন্স পায়ে হেঁটে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, তো তাদের পায়ের অবস্থা, পায়ের কোয়ালিটি, পায়ের অবস্থা মনিটর করা খুব দরকার। তো তাদের ক্ষেত্রে স্মার্ট শক খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট। দ্যাটস 100% টেক্সটাইল সেন্সার এই ক্ষেত্রে আমরা ইউজ করি। 100% টেক্সটাইল সেন্সার আমরা ইউজ করি এই ক্ষেত্রে। তো এই টেক্সটাইল সেন্সার গুলো খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট এবং টেক্সটাইল সেন্সার এখন এই মুহূর্তে এগুলো হচ্ছে লেটেস্ট ট্রেন্ডস টু ডিজাইন দিস কাইন্ড অফ থিংস, রাইট? So the thing is that there's a lot of things there. Yes, there's a chart also be there. So another textile-based textile sensor-based device that actually check body muscles, and the thing is that everything monitored by this chart, right? So there's a lot of things are there that totally get the information and send the information to the cloud, and from where we can get and predict everything. So that's actually an example of lots of IoT-based things, right? So we already বিভিন্ন রকম ক্ষেত্রে বিভিন্ন রকম IoT-based devices use আমরা দেখলাম। So we already learned that lots of use and lots of area where you use the IoT-based technology and IoT-based concepts. So the thing is that here, one thing I need to do, I need to say the thing is that it's not limited to IoT. It's not. It's আমাদের এখন IoT technology শুধুই IoT এর মধ্যে শুধু নয়. There's another two concepts. There's a IIoT, industrial IoT, and another concept is that everything of things. So industrial IoT, that means আমরা একটা industrial process কে totally IoT দিয়ে control করতে পারি. মানে it may be possible that if I have a printing press, I want to start the printing press from remote location. Suppose I am in London and I want to start a printing process of Bengal, some machinery, some printing press that's situated in Bengal. So it's possible to start the printing press from this remote location, right? So that is the industrial IoT. মানে আমরা একটা রিমোট লোকেশন থেকে আমরা একটা রিমোট লোকেশন বাইরে থেকেও আমার এখানে টোটাল একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল প্রসেসকে কন্ট্রোল করতে পারি স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ। আমরা মনিটর করতে পারি সেই জিনিসকে, আমরা তারপরে কোন স্টেপ হবে সেই সুইচ দিয়ে সেটাকে আমরা কন্ট্রোলও করতে পারি আইওটি বেস জিনিসকে, আইওটি বেস প্রসেস দিয়ে। অ্যান্ড এটা হচ্ছে ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল আইওটি, আইআইওটি। অ্যানাদার কনসেপ্ট ইজ দেয়ার, ইট ইজ দ্য ইওটি, এভরিথিং অফ থিংস। এভরিথিং অফ থিংস মিনস দ্যাট সমস্ত রকম সিস্টেম আইওটি বেসড। আমরা যদি কনসিডার করি কোনো একটা সিটি যার গার্বেজ মনিটরিং সিস্টেম, যার traffic control system, monitoring system, everything based on IoT. That's actually considered as the EOT. So till now, we learned lots of things about the IoT. What are the first we discussed what is actually a IoT and how we go with this IoT-based devices, and what are the example. I also discussed that lots of IoT-based devices example. The thing is that if I go with this all kind of devices, we can understand there is a lots of challenges to design that devices. So one of the biggest challenges is that cost. Obviously, if we go with our first example, that's a happy fork. That's actually a spoon. So if we consider this spoon, if it's priced near about $1,000 and more, it's not feasible. No one purchase that spoon or fork. So we need to consider price level. It must be within obviously not more than $5 or more. So price, obviously hardware cost and maintenance cost, everything we need to measure when we design an IoT-based device. And next most important thing is that security. Obviously it's a IoT, means Internet of Things, and Internet is connected globally. So if I make a device that device information will be stored here, some important device, some important information, and if it's information hacked by anyone, that's not feasible, that's not desirable. So we need to make our IoT-based system more secure. And obviously third thing is that internet availability. So the thing is that internet availability and bandwidth. Obviously suppose we make a IoT-based home security system, home lock system, and when we reach our home, we don't have an internet. So how we open this door? We need to wait outside of our home. So and bandwidth is the most important. So the thing is that আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে প্রথম যে ডিভাইসটা সেটা হচ্ছে IoT বেসড ডিভাইস, যেটা হচ্ছে একটা চামচ আর একটা ফর্ক। তো সেটা যদি দাম অনেক বেশি হয়, সেটার দাম যদি 1000, 2000, 3000 টাকা হয়, তাহলে কেউ সেটাকে কিনবে না। তাহলে IoT বেসড ডিভাইসের দামটাও আমাদের কনসিডার করতে হবে খুব কম রেঞ্জে হতে হবে, যেটা ফিজিবল রেঞ্জে হতে হবে। সেকেন্ড হচ্ছে সিকিউরিটি। অবশ্যই এটা ইন্টারনেট সাথে কানেক্টেড, তাহলে যে কেউ এটাকে অ্যাক্সেস করতে পারে। তাহলে আমরা যদি এখানে একটা লেভেল অফ এনক্রিপশন যদি আমরা না দিই, তাহলে যে কেউ আমাদের ইনফরমেশন ফেচ করে নিতে পারে। তো সেটাও ডিজায়ারেবল নয়, তো সিকিউরিটিকে আমাদের মজবুত করতে হবে। ইন্টারনেট অ্যাভেলেবিলিটি, যদি আমাদের ইন্টারনেটই না থাকে তাহলে IoT বেসড ডিভাইস কি করে বানাবো? And the second most important thing is technological standardization. So technological standardization is that IoT is still in research area. Number of different companies design their own devices. They have a different specification, different criteria, and different characteristics. So that thing is that still it's not standardized. So we may approach one project in different ways using different softwares. So the thing is that it's still not till now it's a little bit different difficult to go with a standardized way. তো যেহেতু আইওটি এখনো অব্দি রিসার্চ এরিয়ায় আছে, বিভিন্ন কোম্পানি বিভিন্ন ভাবে তাদের নিজস্ব ডিভাইস তৈরি করছে, তার ফলে কি হচ্ছে আইওটি এখনো কোনো স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ওয়ে প্রসেস নেই সেটাকে ডিজাইন করা। তো সেটা অবশ্যই যত দিন যাবে তত আস্তে আস্তে ইমপ্রুভ হবে টেকনোলজি এবং স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজেশনের দিকে এগোবে, কারণ এটা এখনো স্টিল রিসার্চ এরিয়ায়। রিসার্চ যখন অলমোস্ট কমপ্লিট হয়ে যাবে তখন আমরা একটা স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ওয়ে আউট পেতে পারবো, আশা করা যেতে পারে। সফটওয়্যার কোম্পানি অবশ্যই ডিফারেন্ট কোম্পানি যখন কোনো ডিভাইস তৈরি করবে তাদের সফটওয়্যারও ডিফারেন্ট হবে, তার ফলে কমপ্লেক্সিটিও বাড়বে। অ্যান্ড প্রাইভেসি আর কনফিডেন্সিয়ালিটি অবভিয়াসলি ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, রাইট? সো আমরা একটা যদি আইওটি বেস সিস্টেম তৈরি করতে চাই, সাপোজ আমরা যে ফার্স্ট সিস্টেমটাই দেখলাম, ইফ আই কনসিডার দ্য ফার্স্ট সিস্টেম হোয়াট উই ডিজাইন, উই কনসিডার দ্যাটস আ হ্যাপি ফর। So how it get the information from environment, how it get the patient information, eating habit of a person. So it has some sensors. So first step যেটা হবে কোনো IoT based সিস্টেমে সেটা অবশ্যই সেন্সর। তো সেন্সর থেকে আমাদের ইনফরমেশন কালেক্ট করতে হবে। সো সেন্সর ইনফরমেশন গুলো দেবে, সেই ইনফরমেশন গুলো নিয়ে সেটা কিছু কাজ করবে। So here the sensor actually a very important thing. So any IoT based device, obviously sensor is the integrated part. Actuator, obviously, in this if you consider first example, when a person's eating habit is too fast, it have a vibrator which vibrate and indicate your eating habit is fast, you need to control your eating habit. So the thing is that this actually an actuator. So how it react, মানে আমরা এইখানে এই স্ক্রিনটায় যদি কেউ খুব ফাস্ট খেতে থাকে তাহলে কি করবো, আমরা একটা ভাইব্রেটর আছে যেটা ভাইব্রেট করে আমাকে অ্যালার্ট করবে যে তোমার ইটিং হ্যাবিটটা খুব বেশি ফাস্ট, তো তোমাকে সেখানে একটু ইমপ্রুভ করা দরকার। তো ইমপ্রুভমেন্টের জন্য আমাদেরকে একটা ভাইব্রেটর লাগাতে হবে আর অ্যালার্ম লাগাতে হবে। তো সেটা হচ্ছে আমরা কনসিডার করতে পারি অ্যাকচুয়েটার। And obviously, এখানে if we consider this IoT based system, gateway obviously is a very big part. So আমরা একটা সেন্সরে একটা যদি স্পুন কনসিডার করি, সেখান থেকে কিছু ইনফরমেশন নিচ্ছে, সেটা আমাকে আমার মোবাইল ডিভাইস অথবা আমার ক্লাউড পাঠিয়ে দিতে হবে। তো বিকজ if it's not send it to the cloud or mobile device, how we get stored the information? So for that we must need to arrange a internet connection. So internet কানেকশনের জন্য আমাকে একটা ইন্টারনেট গেটওয়ে ইউজ করতে হবে। তো সেটা হচ্ছে খুব একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্ট। এবং তার সাথে সফটওয়্যার, ডিফারেন্ট সফটওয়্যার, এবং আমরা এই যে সেন্সর থেকে ডেটাগুলো পেলাম সেটাকে ঠিকঠাক ইউজ করতে হবে, তাই জন্য ডেটা অ্যানালাইসিস অলসো ইন্টিগ্রেটেড পার্ট অফ IoT based system, right? So we already learned, so there's a number of different application area. There's a lots of different application areas are there, right? We may use in healthcare system. Obviously we already learned that there is a healthcare we may use in smart health band system, smart beat monitoring, heartbeat monitoring system, a patient monitoring system. So lots of things are there. Industrial process, lots of industrial process we may control. So now the thing is that this number of examples we already discussed about this IoT based application area. So next thing is that IoT protocols. Actually we whatever the thing is that how we communicate with each layer of a network, that we need to govern by the protocol. So in IoT there's a lots of protocols are there, but the lightest one protocol obviously message query queue telemetry transport protocol, MQTT protocol is one of the lightest protocol and we prefer to go with that. But generally we also go with the HTTP protocol we use generally, or MQTT protocol we prefer. There's a lots of protocols is there, COAPP is there, AMQP is there, DDS is there, so lots of protocols is there, but generally we prefer to go with the MQTT. We know that MQTT protocol is used by Facebook also, it's used by Amazon Web Services also. So a number of web services also use this protocols, and HTTP is a very common protocol we generally use this HTTP protocol. So now we already discussed what is IoT, what are the examples of IoT, what are the application areas of IoT, what are the challenges of IoT. Now we go into a little bit depth of our IoT system, what's the architecture of IoT, what are the part of our IoT based systems. If we go into IoT based systems, there is a custom application layer is there, because using that we can able to interact with our sensor information. So it may be a web application, it may be an Android application, that's anyone. Cloud connectivity manager, obviously, when we go with any IoT-based system, we must need to connect with the internet, and that internet, obviously, it may be a cloud-based system, right? So maybe a local cloud system is there, it may be a global cloud system is there. Data management. So the data what we receive from our sensors or throughout the cloud, we need to store in proper or managed way. That's an important part of the things. So next is the protocol. So which protocol we prefer to go with that? We need to first find out. There's a lots of protocol. In one protocol, we may go with that. And the thing is that as we know that the IoT-based system totally a remote-based system, so we need to manage this IoT-based system. For that, we need to monitor and upgrade the firmware. So why we need to use FOTA, firmware of the year, actually FOTA. And obviously security layer, we SSL, AES, and different security level, we need to measure. Device management and configuration, yes, we need to measure. Lots of sensors are there, we need to go with that. There's a different sensors are there, hardware abstraction layers is there, and we need to fix which operating system we use to control all the things, and hardware, we need lots of hardware to go with the আসছে। সো আমাদের দেখতে হবে যে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন কন্ট্রোলের জন্য আমরা যে একদম স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ ভাবি, প্রথম হচ্ছে আমাদের একটা মোবাইল ফোন, ওই মোবাইল ফোন বা অ্যান্ড্রয়েড অ্যাপ থেকে, অ্যান্ড্রয়েড ফোন থেকে অথবা আমাদের ওয়েব পেজ থেকে আমরা অ্যাক্সেস করতে চাইছি একটা আইওটি সিস্টেম, একটা আইওটি ডিভাইসের ইনফরমেশন। তো আমাদেরকে ওই কাস্টম অ্যাপ্লিকেশন লেয়ারটা দিয়ে দেখতে হবে, এবং যে ইনফরমেশন গুলো আমরা পেলাম সেটাকে আমাকে কোথাও স্টোর করতে হবে, সেটাকে আমরা ক্লাউড বলবো, এবং সেই স্টোর করার ব্যাপার প্রসেসটাকে আমরা অনেক ওয়েতে করতে হবে। তার জন্য ডেটা ম্যানেজমেন্টের দরকার আছে, এবং এই প্রসেসটা কোন প্রোটোকলে হবে, কি রুলের মাধ্যমে হবে, তার জন্য আমাদেরকে ভাবতে হবে এমকিউটিটি করবো না এইচটিটিপি প্রোটোকল ইউজ করবো। এবং রিমোট লোকেশনে থাকার জন্য আমাদের সেটাকে প্রতি মুহূর্তে আপডেট, কোন রকম সফটওয়্যার আপডেট করতে হলে আমাকে ভাবতে হবে, সেটার জন্য আমরা ইউজ করবো ফোটা ফার্মওয়্যার ওভার দ্য ইয়ার। সিকিউরিটি লেয়ারের কথা ভাবতে হবে আমাদের, এবং আমাদের আরো ভাবতে হবে যে ডিভাইস ম্যানেজমেন্ট, আমরা কিভাবে ডিভাইসটাকে ম্যানেজ করবো। তো সেন্সার্স, লটস অফ সেন্সার্স আর ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এইখানে আমাদের সেন্সারের কথা ভাবতে হবে, কি কি সেন্সার আমাদের ক্ষেত্রে ফিজিবল, এবং অপারেটিং সিস্টেম কি কোডিং হবে, কি অপারেটিং সিস্টেমের মাধ্যমে কাজ করবে, এই সবই আমাদের নির্ভর করতে হবে আইওটি সিস্টেমের উপর। আমরা যদি আরো ডিটেলসে দেখি, স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ আমরা যদি ভাবি টোটাল আইওটি বেস সিস্টেম, তাহলে আমরা দেখবো আইওটি বেস সিস্টেমে অবভিয়াসলি একটা সেন্সার থাকবে, তারপরে সেই সেন্সারটা কানেক্ট হবে হচ্ছে গেটওয়ের মাধ্যমে, ক্লাউডের সাথে কানেক্টেড হবে, এবং ক্লাউড থেকে এটা চলে আসবে হচ্ছে স্ট্রিম ডেটা প্রসেসরের মাধ্যমে, ডেটাটাকে বিগ ডেটা ওয়্যার হাউসে লাগবে, এবং সেই ডেটাগুলোকে আমরা বিজনেস লজিক, মানে আমরা ওই ডেটাগুলোকে কি ফ্রিলি আমাদের কাস্টমারদেরকে অ্যাকসেপ্ট করাবো, আর নাকি না কিছু প্রাইজের বিনিময়ে আমরা সেগুলোকে অ্যাভেলেবেল করাবো। সেই ডেটা বিজনেস লজিকের মাধ্যমে আমরা ওয়েব পেজ, ওয়েব অ্যাপ্লিকেশন অথবা মোবাইল অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের মাধ্যমে আমরা ওটা অ্যাভেলেবেল করবো। আমরা এই ডেটাগুলোকে ফিউচার কাজের জন্য রেখে দিতে পারি, ডেটা অ্যানালাইসিস পারপাসে রেখে দিই, আমরা এটাকে মেশিন লার্নিং এর জন্য রেখে দিতে পারি, আমরা এটাকে মডেল, মেশিন লার্নিং মডেল তৈরি করে, এবং সেই ডেটার মাধ্যমে মেশিন লার্নিং মডেল তৈরি করে, এবং তার মাধ্যমে আমরা কন্ট্রোলও করতে পারি কোনো ডিভাইসকে। So that's a clear thing. So the thing is that here IoT architecture actually is defined here. So in this IoT architecture, what we do, we go with the lots of sensors. As the sensors actually take the information and send this information via a Wi-Fi gateway and send it to cloud gateway. And from the cloud, it can able to access, stream this data and process this data and store into data processors. And this data lakes, data warehouse. So this data actually customized and formatted data are here. This data may be display via web application and mobile application, depending upon what the business logics are there, or we may send this data information for future data analysis purpose, or we may create machine learning purpose, or we may create a machine learning model and control some devices. That's also possible. Yeah. So that's the total IoT-based architecture. So the thing is that if I want to go with the Wi-Fi IoT-based system, we must need to go with some Wi-Fi-based modules or Wi-Fi-based device. Without this device, we can't able to go with any IoT-based systems. So the thing is that now there's a lots of IoT-based systems are there. So we want to inform you like a 10 most important or famous IoT-based devices that used by generally used by industry and students and professionals. So number 10, obviously we may consider this chip one of the very famous IoT-based device. It's a price $9. There's a lots of possibilities are there, but the thing is that MediaTek LinkedIn is there. There's a particle photon is there. Tessels is there. So this all are the IoT-based device that you are designing a IoT-based product. Adaptive Flora, Lightblue Bin, Udo Neo. But the thing is that first three is the most important. So if we consider Intel Edison, that's actually preferred by the most of the industries, because It have a Wi-Fi certified by 68 countries, and it have a Bluetooth port, support 1 GB DDR RAM and 4 GB flash RAM. It's cost around $70. So industry would prefer for IoT purpose this Intel Edison device. But the thing is that it costs around $70. So we may go with a different approach, and we may go with the things that's actually Intel Edison device. That's an IoT based device. It have a Wi-Fi module. Using that, we can easily communicate with internet. So obviously, number two position is Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a very famous device. We know that now Raspberry Pi 4 is launched, and the thing is that it costs around 5,000 rupees, and it's we can able to operate using a code like a Python, Java defined codes and work with this Raspberry Pi, and we can easily connect number of sensors and different devices with this Raspberry Pi, and we can get the information, and we can easily implement with the IoT based things. But the thing is that still there is a cost bindings are there. But if we want to go with a low cost, great efficient device, we obviously prefer to go with the things like a Arduino Uno. Arduino device, not Arduino Uno, it's not a IoT based device. Arduino must need to, if I go with the Arduino, we must need to add some Wi-Fi modules with that. But the thing is that in number one position, students mostly prefer to go with this device. That's a most efficient device. Most of the cases, students prefer to go with that. It's a low cost is a biggest advantage. So why students are prefer to go with this device. So আমরা দেখলাম এখানে সব IoT based ডিভাইস যেগুলো একটা IoT based প্রজেক্ট ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করতে আমাদের আমরা যে সমস্ত ডিভাইস গুলো ইউজ করতে পারি সেগুলো আমরা দেখলাম। আমরা 10খানা বললাম যেখানে এই ডিভাইস গুলো রয়েছে। চিপ, মিডিয়াটেক, সো এই ডিভাইস গুলো রয়েছে, টেসেলস। বাট দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট এগুলোর মধ্যে সব থেকে বেশি ইউজ হয় 3 নম্বরে থাকা ইন্টেল এডিসন। এটা কোম্পানিগুলো সব থেকে বেশি প্রেফার করে, এবং $70 প্রাইস হওয়াতে অবশ্যই এটা স্টুডেন্ট প্রজেক্ট পারপাসে আমরা প্রেফার করবো না। বাট দ্য থিং ইজ দ্যাট ইটস প্রেফার্ড বাই মোস্ট অফ দ্য ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল প্রজেক্ট মেনলি ইন্টেল এডিসন প্রেফার করে। বাট সেখানে আমরা ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে রাসবেরি পাই বেস প্রজেক্ট এবং আর্ডিনো বেস প্রজেক্টও দেখি। রাসবেরি পাই এখানে পাইথন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ দিয়ে কাজ করা যেতে পারে, যেটা খুবই পপুলার, এবং এখানে আমরা হার্ডওয়্যার ইন্টারফেসিং করতে পারি ইজিলি, এবং আমরা যে কোনো প্রজেক্ট ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করতে পারি ইজিলি। আর্ডিনো উনো সব থেকে সস্তায় আমরা যদি কোনো প্রজেক্ট ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করতে চাই এবং প্রজেক্ট ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করতে চাই, অবশ্যই আমরা আর্ডিনো ডিভাইস প্রেফার করবো। বাট আর্ডিনো এর একটা কাজ করতে পারে না, এর সাথে আমাকে সেপারেটলি ওয়াইফাই মডিউল ইউজ করতে হবে। এবং এই কেন আর্ডিনো ফেমাস, ইটস ইজি ওপেন সোর্স, অ্যান্ড এটা অবশ্যই আর্ডিনো ডিভাইস অবশ্যই জেনারেলি আমরা যে আর্ডিনো উনো ব্যবহার করি, আর্ডিনো মেগা, নাম্বার অফ ডিফারেন্ট আর্ডিনো ডিভাইস আছে, কিন্তু সেগুলো সবই মাইক্রো কন্ট্রোলার বেস ডিভাইস। ম্যাক্সিমামই আর্ডিনো ডিভাইস মাইক্রো কন্ট্রোলার, ম্যাক্সিমাম আর্ডিনো বেস ডিভাইস মাইক্রো কন্ট্রোলার বেস ডিভাইস, এবং আমরা এগুলো ইজিলি কোডিং করতে পারি, ওপেন সোর্স। সো বাই উই প্রেফার টু গো উইথ, আমরা সেই জন্যই আমরা আর্ডিনোতে প্রেফার করবো। তো নেক্সট ইজ দ্যাট আর্ডিনো, আমরা যদি উনোর কথা বলি, যেটা মোস্টলি ইউজ ডিভাইস, যেটা প্রেফার করা হয়, সেটা শুধু একা কাজ করতে পারে না, তার সাথে আমাদেরকে একটা ওয়াইফাই মডিউল অ্যাড করতে, কারণ আইওটি বেস থিংস মিনস আমাকে ইন্টারনেটের সাথে কমিউনিকেট করতেই হবে। তার জন্য শুধু উইদাউট ইন্টারনেট আমরা কাজ করতে পারবো না। তো এই জন্য আমাদেরকে আলাদা করে আর্ডিনোর সাথে একটা ওয়াইফাই মডিউল অ্যাড করতে হবে, এবং সেই ওয়াইফাই মডিউলটাকে আমরা বলতে পারি ESP01, যেটা ফার্স্ট জেনারেশন এক্সপ্রেসিভ সিস্টেমস ডিভাইস। বাট এরপরে আমরা কি করে কানেক্ট করবো, উই মে কানেক্ট দিস ডিভাইস ইউজিং দিস ওয়ে, আর্ডিনো RX পিন, TX পিন, এইভাবে আমরা কানেক্ট করতে পারি আর্ডিনোর সাথে ESP01 So the thing is that uh, so we already discussed a lots of IoT-based devices, that actually we may use for IoT project purpose. So here it's the best option if we go with these things like a Node MCU is a IoT-based device that is mostly preferred by industry or students project purpose. That is a Node MCU because it have a IoT based services. It have a IoT based project. It's easily we can easily able to perform. Uh, we can write a Arduino code into that, and we can able to easily communicate with the internet, and we can easily able to uh, send the data and receive the data using this device. So we generally prefer this device. So that now we go with one small coding and how we implement IoT-based systems that we learn now. So I go with a small demo session that how we design with the IoT-based system that actually we learn now. So we go with the things that we go with a project. We try to design a project that's a IoT-based things. The thing is that for that we prefer to go with this Arduino device. So we go with the Arduino IDE. Here we write a Arduino-based code and IoT-based code, and we execute it, and we upload that information into cloud. That's we preferably upload this information to ThinkSpeak cloud. We preferably go with the ThinkSpeak cloud where we show the information, and this way we try to go with the IoT-based things. So if I go with the IoT-based things, there is obviously first thing is that number of sensors we need to connect. Then we need to go with some controller or processors, and then we need to go with the things. Some output devices are there, and the total IoT-based system actually controlled by controllers. Here in this case, controller we prefer to go with the Arduino, where we write down the code, and it can easily execute all the tasks whatever we want to write. So the thing is that if I want to go with the Arduino based IoT systems, and if I want to go with a board like a Arduino Node MCU board, so we first need to select this Node MCU. So we already select a board that is a Node MCU, and here we know that Arduino there is a two part. One is that void setup where we declare the information once, all the declarations we declare here, and there's another part is the void loop, right? So in void loop part, we generally go with the things like in void loop part, we generally go with the things like whatever we want to execute, right? So here, now we go with the things. Here we go with the things. So the thing is that so this Arduino IDE, there is a so in Arduino IDE, if we go with this Arduino IDE, so there is two basic parts. One is that void loop, another is void setup. So in this void loop part, actually whatever we want to okay. So this Arduino IDE, there is a void setup and void loop. Two part is there. If we go with this void setup part, here we actually need to declare. Here we actually need to declare the things whatever we want to declare once. And in that loop part, we actually need to declare the things what we want to execute. So here we actually want to go with the things like write a code for Wi-Fi based module, Arduino Wi-Fi based module. That is a Node MCU module is there. So we need to go with this Node MCU module. We need to select this one, right? So this Node MCU module. In this Node MCU module, so as we need to go with this Wi-Fi device, so we need to include this Wi-Fi device, the header file first. The thing is that the header file, we actually writing this code based on ESP8266 Wi-Fi, so it's a best option. If I write the things like include the header file, that is a hash include ESP8266 Wi-Fi .h header file. We include this header file as we actually working with the Wi-Fi module. So actually Arduino don't have a Wi-Fi support. We need to add this Wi-Fi device. So we include this Wi-Fi device features, right? Next, we need to do the things using this Wi-Fi module. We need to connect with the internet, right? We need to connect with the internet. So we need to connect with the internet. Obviously, we need to write some code how that using that we can able to connect with the internet. So for that, we need to write a code using this within this void setup. That's a clear part where we declare the code details, initialize the code details. So we need to write a code that's a Wi-Fi dot begin. That's actually a AT command. That's actually called the attention command. Why we generally here we need to write the SSID and password. We need to pass SSID and password. We need to pass using this Wi-Fi dot begin command. So the thing is that if we write this code, what happens? It's often connect with the proper SSID means what the Wi-Fi is available to. It's a nearest network, nearest region, and it's find out the proper SSID. And after finding out proper SSID, it's authenticate with the password using this command, this Wi-Fi dot begin command. So the thing is that here we need to provide. So this line Wi-Fi dot begin SSID and password we write to authenticate our available Wi-Fi network and to connect our device with internet, right? So we know that if I go with any IoT-based device, we must need to connect this device with the internet. So this line is responsible for connect our device with internet, right? Next thing is that, so as we here write the thing SSID and password, so we need to declare that SSID and password somewhere else. So it's based option. Now I need to declare SSID and password somewhere. So let's write the things. So we write here constant character SSID, right? And we need to put some SSID, my local network SSID here. I don't put it now. I put it sometimes later when I complete this code. So that's actually SSID. And same way, we need to write a password. So that's a clear for authentication purpose. We need to provide SSID and password. In the meantime, we also here, target is that we want to go with a ThinkSpeak server. So when I declare the things here, just complete the things that here we also need to mention which server we actually want to use. So here we actually mention the things another what server we actually want to use. So here we actually server. So third thing is that we mention the server. Which server we want to use? We want to use that ThinkSpeak server. So we just provide the name API dot ThinkSpeak server.com, and same way I provide SSID. My SSID I provide here, and my password I provide later. Right. So next, I already covered these things. Next, I need to go with the things like I already provide the things, and obviously when I go with the ThinkSpeak server, so ThinkSpeak, what is actually a ThinkSpeak? ThinkSpeak actually a server. So that's in a ThinkSpeak server. That's actually we can able to easily use that cloud to store information, right? So here I generate my channel. So here within the ThinkSpeak, I generate my channel. There's a lots of channels are there. So I generate a channel, my channel, and here actually I want to upload project. It's already, I again upload this project here, and we want to showcase some information here in this channel. So I have a API keys. I already generated API keys, and here I want to store the, I go with this API keys, right? So there's an API key. When I generate a channel, automatically create an API keys, and I want to go with this API key to write into this ThinkSpeak channel. So I have this API key. For that API key, I need to upload. I need to write this API key here. So I need to mention another thing, that is a API key. So API key. I write here string API key. That I provide here API key name, right? And save it here. So I just connect it this way. I just connect with my server with the Wi-Fi. So next thing is that we need to write down the code for Wi-Fi connection, that we write here, SSID and password. So now we need to check, is it connected properly or not? I already write the thing, Wi-Fi.begin, SSID and password, but is it connected properly or not? For checking purpose, I need to write the code here. While I need to check a Wi-Fi status, is it connected? So command is that Wi-Fi dot status. Wi-Fi dot status, and within that Wi-Fi dot status, we need to write the things like this way. Wi-Fi dot status. If it's connected, WL underscore connected. WL underscore connected. So the thing is that if Wi-Fi connected using this SSID and password properly, then it's return. WL underscore connected. If it's not connected, then we need to give a time to connect it again. So for that, we need to write the things. Here. Means if it's not satisfied this loop, we need to write the things. Wait for a moment, and then again try to reestablish the connection. So I write a wait delay. Suppose 100 millisecond delay we add. So wait for a moment, and if it's not connected, we again try to attempt a connection. And if I want to showcase the things, is it connecting or not? So we will write the things like a serial. We want to show the information serial dot. We write a print, right? To showcase the connection. So is it connecting or not? So if it's still in connecting condition, so we put a, to identify the status, we put a this dot sign. So still, if it's still in while loop, it put a one dot, 1000 milliseconds of delay. So that's going to 1000 is with 100 milliseconds of delay. It's put a, if it's not connected, put the dot sign, right? So the thing is that we, as we here start a serial.println, so we also again need to start a serial monitor here. So we need to write here serial.begin, right? And within that, we need to mention the baud rate, means which rate it actually we need to synchronize our or modem queue with our computer. So 9600, no, it's preferable one. We may use any baud rate. Here we go with the 9600 baud rate, right? So here, after that, if connection is okay, so the thing is that next thing, if connection is okay, so what is next? We need to get IP address. So the thing is that okay, if connection is okay, no issue. Wi-Fi connected, that's good, right? Next is that if it's okay, so for I want to display the things Wi-Fi connected, right? So we may write the things Wi-Fi connected here, serial monitor. For that, we may write another line that is Wi-Fi connected, right? Wi-Fi connected, right? So this way, we go with the next part, that is void loop. So we already do the things whatever we need to declare. So we already declare the things Wi-Fi connection. Please connect with a Wi-Fi. We already declare the baud rate, that in that baud rate please connect with that, and please show the connections and make the connections and display the connection is check connection is okay or not. So if connection is complete, then we need to write the code now for the things like how to get the send the value, how to get the sensor value from our how we get a sensor value into node MCU. So the thing is that here, if we consider, suppose we now we don't connect with any device, we go with the analog pin and default value of an analog pin we need to connect. So in node MCU, there is the only D0 pin. Just if we go with a node MCU, there is a AD0 pin is A0 pin is there. So default by default is don't having a zero value. Some values, random values is there. It's 0 to 3.3 volt values is there. So I go with this values and I want to show the information into this serial monitor. So or a thing speak. So the thing is that if I write the thing, so we may write this way: floating value. We declare float type at T, suppose, and we want to store the value. We want to fetch the value from this location. So we need to write a code. It's an analog. Sorry, I don't want to write this here. So we need to write this void loop. So that's actually execution part. So why we write these things in a void loop? Because we want to get the value again and again. We need to get the value again and again. So we need to write a void loop part, that information, right? So there's only a zero there. So we write a analog with zero. So the thing is that now we connect with, so we get the value of a sensor value into node MCU. Now we need to send that value into ThinkSpeak server. So as we want to send the value into ThinkSpeak server, so from where we send the value, so actually we also want to declare the client part. Actually, if I don't declare the client part, it won't able to means whatever we able to fetch from my side. So in Arduino, we create a client. Actually, in Ardent node MCU, we create a server, and that server we want to access the things, that is I am a client. So we must need to declare one thing, that's a I am. So we need to initiate the client part. So the thing is that we need to initiate the client part. Where we initiate? We need to initiate it here. So we need to write Wi-Fi client. Right. We need to declare Wi-Fi client. So this way we actually connect. So first thing is that we need to declare the SSID and password and server, everything here. And next is that we need to write a Wi-Fi the status, and we need to check is the Wi-Fi is connected or not, and need to check is connected or not. After the connecting, we need to go with the sensor data and we need to collect the sensor value. After that, we need to write the things, that is we need to write the things, that is we need to write the things, that is we need to write the SSID and password. So that's SSID and password we already write. And next is that we need to go with the things like a ThinkSpeak server. We need to check if ThinkSpeak server is okay or not. So this ThinkSpeak server, it hit it from client. So we need to check if client connected via local server, that's a port 80. That's a server, that's a HTTP server we generally can use. So port 80 is preferred. So if it's connected via port 80, client is connected or not. So if it's connected, so do this. we need to make a string where we store the information of this T and API key that we mentioned first, and we also need to declare the things like a end character. So first we need to write this way. So we need to write a string where we store the, we may write the string name, that's a test string is there. In this test string, we need to store the value. First, we need to add this, what is the API key that we already describe the first part of this code. And now we concat the other part, right? We concat the test. We concat the other part, test plus. We concat the things like the other information. The thing is that plus, we need to mention the where we want to store the information, right? So field one. So actually, I show you the things here. If I go with the ThinkSpeak server, actually here that is actually this information actually create a field one. So if I go with the things like a settings. So that's actually a thing that if I go with the settings, the field one, actually this field we want to mention where we may write the things here, any information, info. We want to suppose inform anything. If I want to display here, so field one, it's written here, right? Field one is written here, right? So the thing is that field one, where some value I want to provide here. So I write this way. So need to write this way. Field one, test plus. So we concatenate the things that is a field one. And the thing is that next we need to go with the next part, that is what value we want to store into this field one. So we want to store value that is P value. So that sensor value we want to store here. So again I concat, right? That thing that's just right here. In, T is there. So T I stored here as a string. We actually want to store. So I go with a string here. And again, last part we concat. So the thing is that this test string actually holds the value first the API key, next field ID and field ID impressions, and last the end character. So it's an end with the character end with. We know that the character end with /r/n. So /r/n. So it actually signifies that there's an end of the line, right? So this way we complete the line here. So we just provide all the information about the string name text. Now we need to write some code that is actually a code for our protocol. So to write it into client side, client dot print, and we need to write the things that we need to post the value, and we update the information, and we use the protocol that is a HTTP and version that is a 1.1. This way we want to mention the things, right? So next line we need to again need to mention the thing which API key we want to, which actually client we want to work with. So just go with the things. So we need to mention the next line. We need to mention so host API dot ThinkSpeak So this way we need to mention the things that a host, which host we actually want to communicate with. Next, we need to mention the things that is a connection type. So after connection, it must be closed. Connection, it must be closed. It must be closed. And so N for a new line actually. And the next thing is that we need to send the API keys separately, and we need to mention the things that is TeamSpeak API key. That's the name of the TeamSpeak API key. That is the name of the TeamSpeak API key. That is actually we need use. That is a test, right? So we use a test file here. So we need to mention it. Right. So this way we need to confirm that. That's why we use here a test file. Right. So the test file we need to use here. So this way we send the information. Right. So next we need to provide that connect content type, which type of content we actually shared. So we need to provide here content type. We need to provide content type here. So next content type we provide. The content type is that we generally go with the application. And the application is this way. That is, we need to remember the things. That's the application type, content type. That's the application, and the thing is this application type little bit it's a specific for that one. So lots of application types are there. So here in a URL encoder we actually use here x www. We use a URL encoder form. So that this way we can complete the first part. So the thing is that how we send the data and what is the things. And now if I want to get the things that what's the size of my application, what's the size of my this data, what we send, what's the size of that. For understanding that, we go with this way. We may go with the content length. So we may specify the content length. And we may mention the content length. This way we define. So next line we define the content length. So it's actually for printing purpose we use. That is content length we define this way. So test dot length. It's actually return the content length. Right. And next we need to print these things. So we may print these things by next new line. We may print these things. Just go with the thing. We may print the thing post. We may go with the test value. Right. So that's the print the values here. Right. So this way we complete the things. And now if I want to print the values in serial monitor, we may print, but we don't. So for serial monitor printing, we may write here serial monitor, serial for understanding purpose. Serial the print. If I go with the thing, that is a T. Suppose my variable value is, I think that's a T we choose. Let's check. Yeah, T. So variable is the T we want to print into serial monitor. So just go with this T. It's stored into serial monitor, right? So this way we go with the things, right? And so this way we complete the task, and we may write the things once whenever it's complete. We may write the things that is complete of this task. So this way we go with that. The next part is that we write the client dot stop, means when work is complete, we go with the things client dot stop. It's complete the task, right? And we may add a little bit of delay to execute the task. We may add a little bit delay to execute the task, right? Or we increase the delay time, default delay time. We go with the things how it's update the code. So we add the delay here. Right. So this way we complete the code here. So next, what we need to do, we go with the things like a Arduino IDE, Node MCU, and we need to upload this code into Node MCU. So for that, we need to connect it with a Node MCU, and we need to connect it. So let's connect it with a Node MCU. Let's connect it with a Node MCU. So this time we need to go with this. We go with this field ID. So we already have a field ID and everything. So one thing is that we need to provide here. Okay, we already provide an API key here. So API key. Cancel. So we need to go with this channels, and so we need to connect this. We need to provide a recent API key. Maybe most times there. So we do here API keys here. We need to provide here. We need to provide your password. So I just write this thing. And the thing is that so I just upload this code. I need to with this serial monitor. So I connected with a port 7. I need to upload this code into that. In the meantime, I go with this coding part. So that's actually channel is there. So that's the channel information. Public view is there, is shared. So I already started. It's a one. It's a already pre-started values is there. So it's a we don't try to configure that one. So whenever it's connected, it start values. It's increase the values here. So the thing is that you also anyone can view this channel. The same process is there. I share this link. So if you go with this link, anyone can access this channel. So it's a public sharing is on. So channel things, there is an option for public sharing. So sharing options, I make it public sharing on. So share view everyone. I make this public sharing on. So you may go with that, and so anyone can view this thing. So let's go with this code. Okay, let's check. Okay. Okay. So string API. Okay, I forget to put here colon and that's all. So I need to upload this code here. So whenever it's complete, it takes the value of this line. So it's actually already started. So it's actually whenever code is uploaded, it's increase the value timestamp from here and increase this one. So if you already have the things, you may go with that and check the things. It's increase the. I already have this URL is there. That is the URL. You may go with that. You may check. It's already uploaded. You may check it just that one, right? So still uploading the code. So it's actually uploading. So it's showing this option, the uploading. Okay, done uploading. So now if I go with the quick window, now I need to wait for a thing quick window and check it. If the value is increasing or not. Yeah, now its value is in. So as a node sensor is connected, so it's now showing this value. So it's automatically. So the thing is that anyone. So the thing is that here it's changed the value. Whenever it connect with the sensors, it's automatically change the values here. Right. Then again, after some time, it's automatically increase the values with as it's connected with the network. So my device connected with from my location. Actually, this device actually connected with from my can able to visit this information. That's actually IoT-based thing. So that's actually IoT-based things. If you have this link, just go with this link, and anyone can view this information. Right. Anyone can view this information. Right. So that's actually a thing. That's actually a second value also we received. This actually a 12:48. This received the time also is shown here. That's like 28 July 2020, 12:48. We receive a one value, and second value we receive a 48:44. So two value we received till now. Right. One is at 19 seconds, another is 48:44 seconds. So we receive a two value, and obviously gradually receive a number of values. If we on with go with that. So lots of values as is so lots of values. There's a three values is now, right? So this value is the current timestamp, and if you check, you also get the same value. So এখান থেকে আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে কারেন্ট সিচুয়েশনের ভ্যালু আমি আমার ডিভাইসকে কানেক্ট করেছি এবং এখানে আমার ওই ব্ল্যাঙ্ক ডিভাইস থেকে অ্যাজ ইস নো সেন্সর কানেক্টেড সো জিরো ভ্যালু নিয়ার অ্যাবাউট জিরো ভ্যালু ইটস অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডিফাইন্ড. And if it's heated up, it may be increase the value. So the thing is that the value is defined here, and you can to observe that value from anywhere around the world, right? So whatever আমি আমার এখানে সেন্সরে কি ভ্যালু পাচ্ছি সেটা কিন্তু আমি যে কোনো জায়গা থেকে আমি দেখতে পাবো এই ইউআরএলটা দিয়ে. এটা গ্লোবাল ইউআরএল. এই ইউআরএলটা যে কেউ হিট করবে সেই কিন্তু এই ভ্যালুটা দেখতে পাবে. মানে কি আমার থিংসের ভ্যালু মানে আমার ডিভাইস যেটা ইন্টারনেট অফ থিংস আইওটি বেস ডিভাইস যে থিংসটা আমার কাছে আছে সেই ভ্যালুটা কিন্তু তোমরা তোমাদের ওখানে মানে এখানে যারা যারা পার্টিসিপেন্ট আছে তারা কিন্তু সবাই এই লিঙ্ক থেকে ভ্যালুটা দেখতে পারবে. If I go with this link, anyone can able to observe value. If I go with this link, anyone can observe that value, right? So that's actually a IoT based concept. So the thing is that now still it's increase the value. So that's actually as the sensor is heated up, so why it's increase the value, right? So the thing is that this way we may get we may design any IoT based things, right? So this is a ThinkSpeak IoT server is there. So what actually we do here, we go with I go with a small diagram. It's clear your concept. That's the thing is that here we go with the ThinkSpeak server. So the ThinkSpeak server actually do this way. So that's actually a ThinkSpeak server. So I have a device. So I have a device that maybe our node MCU or any device is there that's connect with our data. That's a ThinkSpeak cloud, and this from ThinkSpeak cloud it sends this information into my web page, and we can easily get this device information into my device, my computer or my web page, right? So that is a total IoT system. So in IoT system, I go with the thing that is a one IoT based device that's maybe a Node MCU, maybe a Raspberry Pi, maybe a Intel Edison, any device is there, it sends that information. So we were the third party. We may go with a third party cloud. Here we go with a third party cloud, that is a ThinkSpeak is there, right? We go with a third party cloud, that is a ThinkSpeak, and this ThinkSpeak actually communicate with a local or global web server. That may be a web page, or maybe a Android web page, or that's maybe our local web page that's hosted by, that actually we access via mobile phones or tablets or anything, right? So that's the thing, that from here we can easily able to communicate with our cloud, and cloud is connected with uh, this device. So this actually a total IoT structure. So in IoT structure, we must go with the things. First, we go with the device. From the device, we need to go with the cloud, and from the cloud, we need to face the access of data from anywhere, right? So okay, so that's actually a things. That's actually a total IoT-based concepts. So if you have questions, you may ask me, or thank you for this session. Thanks. So things. Thank you for joining this session. Total IoT-based concepts. So if you have questions, you may ask me, or thank you for this session. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining this session. Total IoT-based concepts.
Thank you, Professor SHEIKHPARA.
Thank you for this session.
Thank you to all the participants for joining the today's webinar. If you have any question, thank you. Please write in the live chat window. Sir will take the questions up. Professor SHEIKHPARA. Thank you to all the participants for joining the today's webinar. If you have any question, thank you. Please write in the live chat window. Sir will take the questions up. If you have liked today's session, I request all of you to give a feedback in the comment section of this particular live stream. I hope the session was informative. If you have liked today's session, I request all of you to give a feedback in the comment section of this particular live stream. I hope the session was informative. If you have liked today's session, I request all of you to give a feedback in the comment section of this particular live stream. I hope the session was informative.
So someone asking the question, what's the difference between AI and IoT? So these two are totally, obviously they are the relevant, they're the different technologies, but obviously both are combined, it became a very effective IoT-based system. AI, artificial intelligence, that's actually how a human, that's actually a little bit different. AI is the artificial intelligence to predict, to if I go with the things that if I AI, artificial intelligence, to understand something, to predict something, to distinguish something, we use this technology. To optimize something, we use this technology. That's actually a human, how it identifies something. The same thing we use via some technology. But the thing is that if I go with the IoT, it's a totally different one. So throughout the course, throughout the session, what we want to say, IoT is that Internet of Things. We can able to control something remotely. That is the control via internet. That is the IoT. And I is not the same. The thing is that AI is not, it's actually predict, detect, or control something. And obviously IoT, we can able to control is via internet, we can able to remotely control or access. Right.
Thank you, Professor Shobhik Sarkar. So with this, we formally end today's webinar. See you all tomorrow morning again at 11 o'clock with another interesting webinar on cyber security and ethical hacking using Python. A very, very interesting webinar for all of you. Professor Shobhik Sarkar. And by today evening, you will be getting the link in your mail ID. So see you tomorrow. Thanks to all the participants. If you have liked today's webinar, please encourage Shobhik sir by liking this YouTube video and writing in the comment section of this particular YouTube stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you have liked today's webinar, please thank you, Shobhik sir.
Thank you. Thank you.